What's up YouTube, ODST General back again with some EmergeNYC. I've actually recorded this video a couple times, but I've had some issues with the tech demo. And I ended up recording the whole video last time, the whole way through. And I went back and I was looking at it in editing, and it was just so laggy and stuttering. It was just terrible. So we're going to go for this again here. I tried some more recording tonight, just letting it run. I didn't talk or anything. And it seems to be working okay. I also am not sure if it's just because of the method I was recording through last time, because I was using monitor capture, because oddly, when we're in this menu here, if I'm doing game capture, this does not show up like you guys see it now. It's just the background. So we're going to talk about this. I'm going to cut to the game here. I'll switch over just to make sure that it continues to record smoothly. So obviously, if you guys do not know, EmergeNYC finally released their driving tech demo, which was a big thing. The intent was to release that on the 31st, last day of October, and there was all sorts of issues. Now, hopefully most, if not all of you guys have sorted this out by now. If you have not, what you need to do is, if the game is appearing in your Steam library, but it will not let you play or install it, you need to go into your support section and permanently delete the game. This is not a cruel joke, guys, because then what you're going to do after you delete it is you're going to turn around and you're going to go to the same website you used to redeem to get the code to get the demo in the first place. You're going to go and get a new code from that same website using your same login credentials, everything you used from before, and you're going to turn around and plug that back into Steam. That will give you a new install, and it should work fine from there. If you guys don't believe me, if you still think I'm trying to play a joke on you, just verify that on the EmergeNYC Twitter or whatever else. That's where I got that from. But enough of that. Let's talk about this this new menu here, and then we'll get in and check out the game. So this is presumably what we will see when we get the game, and this looks very professional. This is better than Emergency 4/911 First Responders. You know, and the thing here is that it could use some work. I mean, there's definitely things that are probably placeholders and stuff like that, or that could be a little better. Like if this would take us to an actual news article or something, that would be pretty neat. So this is the main menu page. We've got a button that will take us to play right away. Links to their social media websites, including YouTube and Facebook. You know, there's just kind of a description of the game. There's a play section. Now, the other thing is, like I said, this does need some work. The home and play buttons, you can only click on them from certain spots. You can't just click anywhere. You have to click like near the bottom. So taking it to play gives us kind of a time frame for different updates that we can expect. So actually, in just a couple days here, we should get a new update for the tech demo, adding NYPD vehicles in the customization system in, as well as adding the original tech demo, the interactive tech demo, into this version as well, because that's not actually available at this moment. Also, looking at this page, you can see that there's a low-spec version, which I have not used, and a scenario demo coming sometime soon. And, you know, who knows what coming soon actually means in game development, because it's a very widely used term that means a whole lot of different things for different people. That one looks very awesome. Hopefully they'll just be putting out this fire or something. We'll actually have units and stuff that we'll be able to get out and use. As you guys can see, there is a multiplayer tab here, which is what leads me to believe this will be the more or less final iteration of what we see for the full game. Of course, credits, thanking the various modding groups and individual modders and whatever other people have helped, you know, devote stuff to the game here. Going to the early access section shows us recommended system settings, and then there's just little snippets about each different department. The NYPD is a little bit screwed up. They don't have NYPD gameplay here like the other departments do. There's some inconsistency there, you know, just if you look at the FDNY, it's like cut out above the box and the EMS is in the box. You know, it's just like I said, graphical bugs. Up here we do have graphics options. This only applies to this menu section though. So saying you want fantastic game quality only affects this menu for whatever reason. And when you get into game, there's a separate menu that's affected by its own thing. And you can exit out of the game here. You've got profiles and stuff here. So let's go ahead. We're going to play the game. So we're going to go here. Quick play. And this is basically just saying this is the earliest playable build of the game. I cannot talk, guys. I'm sorry. Our supporters exclusive access to the test core mechanics of the game and provide feedback for us to improve and modify. It's also saying that you may see a black screen, and I don't think that it should say may. You will see a black screen when you're going to load into the game. So like I said, I'm going to go ahead, continue in, and we're just going to cut to the game for a second. So I'm going to cut out that black screen and stuff. So I'll be right back with you guys. Alright guys, and we're back in game here. I do apologize. Well, I don't need to apologize to you guys. It did take me a while to get in here. So I found out that even though it recorded in my first test fine under game capture, I actually had to stop and restart the recording to actually get it to record properly. So it's kind of a pain in the butt to actually get this to work with gameplay recording. But like I said, I prefer to do that. It seems like it works a little bit better. So as you can see, we start attached to Engine 32, which was, I do believe, actually the first unit developed for the mod. We start off in a two-story firehouse, although we can't get out on foot, so not much we can do. And it's actually got Engine 32, Ladder 66, and the 5th Battalion Chief's vehicle. So, like I said, we can't get out on foot. Check out this station a little bit. This is the most detailed station currently in the game. You can see there's bunker gear on the wall. A little tiny dispatch center in the center there. They've got their own gas pumps inside, and then there's nothing on the second floor that we can see. There is a presumably living quarters up there, and then the fire pole there too, which maybe we'll be able to use in the final version, but right now it just clips through the wall. Also, the CO2 capture thing, I don't know the actual technical name, but that's not actually hooked up to the engines at all. But in order to move, first we're going to have to open the bay doors here, and we actually have to turn the engine on. We have to turn the engine on the engine. So as you can see, that's all opened up. Now, something you should know is that I'm going to have to kick traffic down to minimal, because traffic actually will kill a lot of the stuff. It's the most resource intensive thing right now. Traffic is also a placeholder, and it's also super buggy with the AI. So we're going to go ahead and switch in the first person. We're going to start driving out of here. The sound can be a little bit buggy. It can actually be really buggy. For right now, it seems fine. It might end up changing us a little bit later here. So we're going to just pull out of here. You can see the shadows, too, are really jagged for some reason. I tried fixing that, and I couldn't. So we're just going to take a quick look at my options here. I'm just going to leave this here if you guys want to pause it to see what my settings currently are. I probably could squeeze a little bit more juice out of it. I'm not going to. Walking instructions, that seems pretty pointless. Don't want to do that. Close. This is the key bindings here. This resets it, and then this is your controls. This allows you to change vehicles, change the time and weather. So actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and change the time. Let's make it daytime or evening. Change camera, first person, orbit camera, and RTS camera. Which I've actually not done this, so this is orbit, first person, and RTS camera. I guess it's just the free mode for it. So let's go ahead and zoom out some. So as you guys can see, the city is just white blocks right now. According to Raphael, most of this stuff is actually already completed as far as building textures and stuff go, but their whole thing with this was to test performance and stuff like that. And as you can see, we've got like docks and stuff, but none of the water's been added in. So there's still a fair amount of work to go. You got some more stuff over here too. But let's go ahead and get back to the orbit camera. It looks like we drove into stuff while I was off doing that. So let's go ahead and get out of here. It seems pretty much all the cars just gave up and crashed into each other. They are very buggy. Very, very buggy. I went the wrong way down the street. Oop. Also not paying attention to where I'm going. You get back on the right side here. And then Q would be the Q siren, but that's not available on this. So as you guys can see, we can't open any of the doors or bays in this driving tech demo. The big thing with this just shows off what we've already seen in the YouTube videos, which is, you know, how the vehicles handle, kind of give you an idea that yes, there will be traffic and stuff, but like I said, the traffic's so bad in this, it doesn't really matter as it stands right now that it's even in here. It seems kind of like a detriment to it right now, to be honest with you guys. So let's go ahead and check out a couple of the other vehicles. So the first one we'll check out is Squad 28. Just because I'm very excited about this one. Not because, well, I like the squad itself, but also because it's based out of what appears to be Hook and Ladder 8, which is the Ghostbusters Firehouse. And I'm a big Ghostbusters fan, so we're going to just kind of check that out. Obviously, this is somewhat incomplete here. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know if that's like some sort of like thing with the lighting or what's going on with it, but there's some issues with the roof and stuff up there too. So you can see turning on the engine brings on all these interior lights and all this stuff automatically. They do have different interiors. Battalion 5, sporting the 3 different lighting modes. Now, unfortunately, with Battalion 5, the interior mode's not so good looking. It looks like the big reason for that is a lot of the interior has not actually been completed for this driving view. You can see through the hood and stuff right there. You can see inside that there's no texture on the seats. There's no seat belt, and you, for whatever reason, can see through that. That's transparent. So that's all very work in progress on the outside. If you're looking at it from the outside, though, a lot of that stuff, well, I guess that stuff's still in texture and there's still no steering wheel, but I thought that was all in there when we were looking at that in the interactive demo. Come on, guys, I'm trying to go the wrong way down this road. Get out of my way. Somebody's cringing somewhere right now, I'm sure. So, another kind of weird thing is that this is the first time this is actually spawned in straight. Every other time I've seen this spawned in, it always ends up with, like, the trailer over there. So, let's go ahead and use this one. So this one's a little bit weird for me because you get this rear steering here. If you guys look, you can see the tiller's trailer is actually steering on its own. And the whole idea behind this is that when you're playing with, you know, max traffic or whatever else, you can turn around in these really compact areas, you know, and it'll turn around easier for you. Provided you know what you're doing. Brakes are so buggy. Trying to like back up, it sometimes doesn't like to do that for some reason. Also, this one seems to be stuck, making the backup noise, but we're going to continue to use it despite that. You just do that, go around the corner, and keep going like that with the wheels turned. Rolling roadblock here. Okay. Oh gosh. Alright. If we can not die. Let's see here. We're gonna actually set up and use the ladder and stuff here. Alright, turn this bad boy on. We're gonna park it right here. So in order to use the ladder, we have to press G to be able to use the ladder controls. See, getting things into place. Now, if you change views, you can't get back to this view, which is one of my biggest gripes with the demo so far. You can't get back into the ladder view. Just gonna extend that out. Very steep climb here. Which I don't know how people do that. See, I clipped through a building. My like depth perception's like way off with this, like trying to like gauge that. Yeah, close enough, right? Let's go ahead and change to the RTS camera. So you can see I'm kind of like way off in the middle of nowhere here. And Tiller's like out on the other side of town or something, I'm thinking. Let's get this back up. Something I do like too is when you're in first person, if you're going to look around, your head actually peeks out. Yeah. So, you know, I want to show you guys more of this, but I mean, that's basically the tech demo right there. I mean, you guys have all seen these other vehicles. You know, I think maybe the only one you haven't seen is the rescue. I can't remember if that was in the last demo or not. But now we're stuck with this beeping and these other noises that there shouldn't be. So here's the queue. As you can see, Rescue 9 not only turns good, but it is actually all open for the sake of this demo, so there is back doors and stuff on there, but yeah, just for the sake of being able to see inside, I guess, it is all opened up. Let's go ahead and get into first person here. Got some rails and stuff. You got your officer's computer, another helmet inside like all the others. But I'm not going to show off the weather or anything for you guys just because the rain seems to be what triggers a lot of the sound issues. And you guys have seen, you know, foggy and stuff, and foggy's not really very foggy. I think the weather could be a little bit stronger too. It didn't really seem that bad in the tech demo. It seems like it was a lot more effective, but actually being here in the city, You can't really tell this is foggy. Let's get some rain in here. Now you can hear the rain, and you can see some weather effects here. There's the rain. Now you can see it. So it actually does look like it's all hitting the ground here inside the city. It's kind of buggy though. I don't know if it's just like that's it trying to get going. Yeah. So near zoom in certain levels, it disappears. I must be in the okay. Yeah, I bugged it out too. You can also bug out the camera. I don't know how, if like I'm just like doing some sort of like trick of the camera here where I'm getting out of that and I just don't know, like realize I'm doing it, but as you guys saw, I didn't go to the RTS camera. It just like put me in the RTS camera mode. But yeah, some of the weather effects need to be made a little bit better, especially the fogginess. Also, like the clouds at night need to be fixed. But like I said, guys, this is the earliest release, so a lot of that stuff will probably be worked on or fixed at a later point in time. I mean, obviously, like I said, you know, most of these buildings are white boxed, and those are already pretty much all completed for the most part. And you know, they're working on adding the rest of the city here for the tech demo for us to drive around in and check out. I'm just waiting for the waterfront. I think that's what I'm probably most excited for personally. But at any rate, guys, let me know what you think of the tech demo. If you guys have played it, what are your thoughts on it? If you haven't played it, are you looking forward to trying to get your hands on it? Are you disappointed by it? You think this is a good sign of things to come? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. I will see you guys in the next video.